Right now at 10, a man accused of trying to kill 2 people on Thanksgiving is found competent to stand trial.
And PFAS regulation. A state appeals court delivers a blow to the DNR's ability to regulate the forever chemicals.
Plus, Great Rivers United Way is recognizing those who are giving back to their community.
Watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. The Thelma man accused of trying to kill 2 people on Thanksgiving is found competent to stand trial. 44-year-old George Solis appeared in Monroe County Court via Zoom today. Back in January, his attorney requested that his competency be examined. Solis is accused of stabbing someone while watching football with his family on Thanksgiving. When a family member tried to step in, Solis also tried to stab them. Solis is currently in jail on a $500,000 cash bond.
A Wisconsin appeals court says the DNR can't use the state's spills law to regulate the harmful forever chemicals known as PFAS. The decades-old spills law allows the DNR to enforce cleanup efforts when a substance may cause any hazard to human health or the environment. In a recent 2-to-1 decision, judges said the DNR can't enforce PFAS cleanup until the legislature creates a separate rule that labels PFAS a hazardous substance, something that could take years. The dissenting judge says the spills law definition of a hazardous substance is broad on purpose because the government couldn't have possibly known every possible contaminant when it became law. Now, the state's Department of Justice has represented the DNR in this case, and it's likely to appeal the ruling to the state Supreme Court. Now, Republicans passed legislation to allow the DNR to fight PFAS contamination, but the governor's likely to veto that over concerns it still hamstrings the DNR's ability to hold polluters accountable.
Parking policy in La Crosse could soon change. Today, the Neighborhood Revitalization Commission considered eliminating city code that mandates parking spaces. Right now, the city requires property owners to provide a set of number of parking spaces for residents or customers. For example, single-family dwellings must include 2 parking spaces for each dwelling unit. But commission members say mandating parking spots is no longer necessary. They're recommending the city changes the policy to give owners more say in the amount of parking spaces they provide. The commission is now asking city staff to outline 3 different options for modifying current parking policy. The options will be presented at the next NRC meeting.
The clock is ticking as HSHS and Prevea are set to completely uproot from western Wisconsin by April 21st. Regional provider Oakleaf Medical Network says it's been trying to work with HSHS to make a transition smoother, but they say they're only hearing crickets. The Affordable Care Act essentially bans doctor-owned hospitals, so Oakleaf can't just buy the 2 HSHS hospitals and run it themselves. So Oakleaf is instead pivoting to plans that could help them fill the health care coverage by themselves. In the short term, Oakleaf's various clinics are trying to keep good doctors from leaving the region entirely.
We've extended our hours in the clinic here. We've extended access to our providers. We're in the process of hiring Prevea providers to keep them in the area and to keep these primary care patients with the doctors that they want to be seen.
Detbarn says emergency room patients are the top priority, and in an ideal world, he'd like Oakleaf to be able to buy the land at the current hospitals and build a new hospital with doctors who have been serving the region for years. Again, HSHS set to pull out of the area by April 21st.
UWL's search for a new chancellor continues. Today was the last open forum for finalists for that role. Today's forum was with the current interim chancellor, Betsy Morgan. She's one of the 3 finalists, including James Beebe and Christopher Olson. Beebe and Olson had their forums earlier this week. The chancellor vacancy comes after the Universities of Wisconsin Board of Regents removed former Chancellor Joe Gao for appearing in online pornography. Onalaska might look a little different in the next 10 to 20 years. Tonight, the city held a comprehensive plan workshop to see what residents want to see in the future. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has this story. Jeremy.
Emily, the workshop was at the Omni Center. From improved bike lanes, better roads, and more housing, residents are hoping to see some positive change in the community.
Rachel King lives in Onalaska with her kids. The mother of 3 is hoping to see more educational resources for them.
It's just getting kids a lot of opportunities to explore and decide what they want to do and become as they get older.
The plan looks at all aspects of the community, including parks, schools, and facilities. It builds goals and strategies to improve the city. The plan also helps Onalaska overcome some of its biggest challenges.
Our community is becoming more and more built out. We're running out of land, which means that the city has to get really creative in how we're going to be able to invite new businesses to come. So that might be removal of older facilities, redevelopment, working with partners, trying to mix business and housing together.
Larry White has been an Onalaska resident for 45 years. He's hoping the streets will eventually be redesigned for Onalaska's senior population.
If you have an older population and they're not mobile, you need to have curb cuts so that wheelchairs can get open to the people so they can get around. You see people all over town with walkers, so we might need wider seats, more accessible streets.
Onalaska's population is growing. The problem? Finding a place to live.
A lot of people want to come to Onalaska, and we have a housing shortage right now. So one thing that we need to work on are new creative ways of getting more housing units, whether that's, again, mixing it with commercial, if we're putting in a little more density, so 3 units or 4-unit row housing.
But overall, Aspenson is confident the plan will improve the city.
There will be another workshop in the summer. According to Aspenson, it will likely be an unveiling of the draft for the comprehensive plan itself. Ken and Emily.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
The La Crescent Animal Rescue is keeping its doors open. That's according to a recent post on Facebook. The Animal Rescue says it's reached a deal with the city to keep using the location on North Chestnut Street. Back in October, the shelter said its contract with the city was at risk because the mayor didn't want public funds to be spent on services elsewhere in the county. Now, the rescue's new lease agreement says it can enter into deals with other local governments in Houston County as long as they have La Crescent's consent.
Well, it was an absolutely lovely day again today. We had a good stretch of these days for the last few days, and we have it coming up next week, but we do have a little bit of rain headed our way in between. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this non-winter, early spring, whatever you want to call it, weather continues with the 50s and dry conditions. But we do have rain that's going to be on the way. But for tonight and tomorrow, we're still looking fairly dry right now outside. You look at temperatures across the region, we're in the upper 40s for some. If we zoom in, some areas have got into the 30s, but overall still a mild night for the early part of March overall. There's your observed highs. Once again, another 50-degree day for most of the locations. That's about 10 to 15 degrees above average. Our average is starting to come up now a little bit to near 40, so it's not quite as bad, but still, we've continued to see that stretch. We have a complex system to the west that's going to slowly progress east. That'll bring cloud cover. That's not the one that we're kind of watching for. We'll see more moisture increasing later on tomorrow from the south. That'll be the one. But overall, we'll see more clouds overnight, just high clouds, but still overall should remain dry. As you wake up tomorrow morning, it'll be warmer just due to the cloud cover. It'll be 31 and then climbing up to about the 50s, remaining dry in the afternoon for La Crosse too. Same story there, 35 in the morning. We'll see increased clouds, but still plenty of sun as we go up to about 50 degrees and dry. We are tracking rain. That's not going to be really impacting the evening commute. It'll be more for as we go into Friday, so we'll kind of track that out and plan it and then describe how much rain, if we'll get any snow, and what the weekend holds a little bit later in the broadcast.
All right, a lot to cover. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. Vice President Kamala Harris visiting a Madison construction site today. According to WPR, she announced a new federal apprenticeship program that expands trade training opportunities. The visit comes as the Biden administration continues its push for, quote, advancing economic opportunity and building a strong economy for all Americans. The White House also announcing today a new 30-member task force on apprenticeships.
The League of Women Voters of the La Crosse area are making their rounds to local high schools this week to encourage voting. The league stopped by Central High School today to address high school seniors aged 18 and up about the importance of expressing their values through voting. Students were given the opportunity to register to vote on the spot at the assembly. League President Jane Powell says the earlier people start voting, the better.
Okay, Great Rivers United Way held their 74th annual meeting this evening. The meeting highlighted all of the organization's accomplishments in 2023 and recognized key contributors to its success. Awards given out included the Give Award, the Advocate Award, the Volunteer Award, the Live United Award, and Community Partner Award. One award recipient has been with the United Way for 40 years. He says his recognition was worth the wait.
To get this award is just really fulfilling because it's like after all this time to be recognized that, yes, we have really tried to make a difference in the greater La Crosse community.
If you're wanting to give a helping hand to Great Rivers United Way, you can sign up to volunteer or donate on their website. We'll have that link on our digital platforms.
You can expect a different flu shot for the next flu season.
The decision comes after one strain of the flu appears to be dead.
Or get 3 customer event. Right now, get up to an extra 10% off sale prices or get 3-year interest-free financing on all your favorite furniture brands in bedroom, dining room, living room, and more. Hurry in. The preferred customer event ends Wednesday. Only at Home Furniture.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Introducing Ultimate Precision LLC, your trusted partner for precision craftsmanship. From interior to exterior, our expert painters bring life to your vision with impeccable precision. Our masonry and building restoration team breathes new life into the old, preserving history for generations to come. We're the masters of tuck pointing, securing your structure's integrity one brick at a time. Ultimate Precision LLC, where craftsmanship meets perfection. We're here to deliver the ultimate precision.
Right now at Home World Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs going on now at Home World Rugs.
For the past decade, Americans have had access to flu shots, protecting against 4 strains of the virus.
But a panel of experts advising the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has voted to recommend that next season's flu shots have a different formula.
Dr. Badzik, yes. Dr. Berger, yes.
It was unanimous. A panel of experts who advised the FDA voted to recommend a new flu shot formula this fall.
I personally think that there's a lot of opportunity to leverage this to rebuild trust within the community, especially those who, are those that are vaccine hesitant, showing that, that vaccination isn't just to put more things in individuals' arms, but also just to address the current circulating strain.
Right now, flu shots in the U.S. protect against 2 A strains and 2 B strains of the virus, but the next vaccines will offer protection for just 3 strains, as one of the B strains from the Yamagata family hasn't been detected in testing since March 2020. Viruses from this strain were already in decline before the COVID-19 pandemic, and it's believed the precautions people took to avoid the coronavirus finished them off. The FDA is now working with flu shot manufacturers to get the Yamagata strain out of U.S. vaccines in time for the upcoming flu season.
And approval of all the necessary regulatory submissions is on track for a 2024-25 PIV implementation for all licensed U.S. influenza vaccine manufacturers.
The FDA is warning about tainted cinnamon.
Agency experts believe at least 6 brands of ground cinnamon could contain unsafe levels of lead.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing dry conditions one more day, but we are tracking more rain for your Friday. But the weekend looks dry, and we even got 60s coming next week once again. I'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Here's California banker Eric Hovde running for U.S. Senate. But Hovde's lifestyle? Pure California. CEO of $1 billion bank. Here's Hovde's over $7 million Laguna Beach mansion. And 3 years in a row, Eric Hovde was named one of Orange County's most influential residents. Multimillionaire California banker Eric Hovde. On Wisconsin's side, don't bank on it. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
If replacement windows, a new patio door, or a new entry door is on your 2024 home improvement list, then you owe it to yourself to connect during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show only at the Board Store. Visit our showroom and see all of the beautiful window styles. See the beautiful new woodwork you can enjoy on your new windows. Arrange for a prompt free estimate during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show at the Board Store. Call or visit today.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I had to start engineering my own arch support. So I got that, then I put this in there, this one. Finally, before I added another one of these in, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. And if I'd have just gone to Good Feet, I'd have been better off in the first place.
Good Feet arch supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
With tax return season upon us, shop and order now. Drive in and shop Wisconsin's best furniture store. Choose from our huge selection of sofas, sectionals, and recliners. Get one for Mama or Papa Bear. Awesome discounts on power reclining furniture with adjustable headrest, zero gravity, or lift. If your bed is getting tired, try out our hybrid, all foam, and double-sided mattresses with adjustable bases and frames available. Choose from our new and closeout dressers, chests, and nightstands to match. Celebrating 30 years of community and business. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Food and Drug Administration has expanded its investigation into tainted cinnamon products. Agency experts now say lead contamination extends beyond the cinnamon applesauce pouches that were recalled back in October. The FDA announcing today its expanded testing has identified several brands of ground cinnamon containing elevated levels of lead. It now recommends recalls of ground cinnamon from 6 distributors. And those include the following brands: La Fiesta, Markham, MTCI, Swad, Supreme Tradition, and El Chilar. The FDA sent letters to all U.S. cinnamon makers, processors, and distributors to remind them of obligations to prevent contamination.
Fewer people are quitting their jobs. The federal government found the quits rate, or the number of people quitting as a percentage of total employment, was 2.1% in January. That's the lowest reading since August 2020. The report also showed hiring activity and the number of available jobs continued to ease from the record high levels reached during the pandemic recovery. Layoffs dipped too. The number of job openings remains well above pre-pandemic averages, highlighting the continued strength of the labor market.
Well, we've had a string of a couple of dry, mild days, and that will continue briefly, but a little bit of a changeup is coming our way later this week. Let's get all the details from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart. Greg.
Yeah, we're going to have a brief reprise from the mild conditions, but don't worry, we're going to see the mild conditions come back for the weekend and to next week. But Friday, we're going to see wet and cool conditions, but not for it's really tomorrow. You wake up, it's going to be more cloud cover out there, so temperatures will be closer to freezing than they were this morning. Overall tomorrow, just on and off cloud cover, but still sun out there. We'll see plenty of that, getting up to the 40s, near 50 by noon. And then in the afternoon, most areas will generally be in the 50s, mid 50s to the south, to the low 50s up north. We'll start seeing the clouds begin to lower and thicken up towards the evening hour. Still should remain dry for the evening commute, and all the way up to about this point tomorrow night, most areas will remain dry. We'll start seeing that precipitation approach southern areas as we get closer to about 11 p.m. And then we're looking at that really for the morning commute for Friday, at least for southern areas a little bit later on. But the system's going to lift north out across the area, spreading that precipitation through Friday morning's commute. It might be a little bit of mix at times as you get closer to Eau Claire or I-94 up to the north. Occasionally, as you go further north of that, won't be much in the way of precipitation as the system stays south. Throughout the day, mainly rain. We'll start seeing it taper off from west to east, probably in the afternoon hours. For areas south of La Crosse, probably will be more towards the evening, but as you look towards Friday night, we'll really see it begin to taper off fairly quickly, and then actually skies will begin to break up as we go through Saturday morning. The only thing going on for Saturday we'll have to keep an eye on is the temperatures do cool below freezing. We might see some refreezing issues going on Saturday morning. That'll be one concern. Otherwise, it's just going to be wet, damp, and once again, we're going to see some mix of rain or snow in some areas. We'll have a better idea as we get closer to the event, so stay tuned. But for right now, we don't see too much issues on the roads besides Saturday morning. So that's the brief system that we'll have come through. We'll have northwest winds behind it, so that'll set up a cool Saturday, but it won't last that long. Precipitation really is going to be a cutoff pretty high. You get further south, we might see areas get up to 1 inch of rain. As you go north of Eau Claire up to Ladysmith, may not see much in the way of maybe 1/10 or nothing at all. So that's what the system is. And this could change. We still got about 24 hours for the system to come through. So it may shift a little bit north or south. But right now, that's kind of what we're looking for basically a wet and cool type of Friday. But you look at the temperatures, Friday we're just a few degrees above average, but then we're going to really start shooting right back up well above 20 to 25 eventually by Saturday, Sunday, and then next week 60s and potentially 70s will come back into play as we still start to warm right back up. We'll also see the winds start picking up. We might have to deal once again with some fire weather issues just because of how dry we still are, regardless of how much rain we do get this system, especially for the north. And as we see, temperatures will start climbing, maybe 70s, maybe a few records. So we'll break that down as we get closer to next week. But for tonight, we're looking at mid-30s, low 30s. Once again, cloud cover out there, fairly mild conditions. Tomorrow, we should all see about the 50-degree mark or mid-50s. Some cloud cover here and there, but should remain dry throughout the day in both commutes. We'll see those temperatures then once again start to fall as we go through Thursday evening, and then we'll see the precipitation go into effect as we go to Friday afternoon and evening. Once again, we could see some rain snow mix into some of those areas. The weekend looks dry, kind of cool. We're still above average. And then next week, once we lose the hour sleep, we gain the 60s, maybe the 70s back.
All right. I'll take that trade.
I think you will. Yeah, 1 hour sleep. Yeah,
getting close to 70. I like the sound of that.
Good.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Red Hawks are ready to go for their sectional semifinal tomorrow night in Arcadia. Plus 4 of our Minnesota boys basketball teams looking to keep their state tournament hopes alive tonight in section play. Rob's got it all next.
What happened, what's going to happen, and the weather. Sometimes that's all you have time for. Lucky for you, that's exactly why we're here. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Ashley's biggest event of the year is happening March 8th through the 10th. Shop Doorbusters starting at $2.99 and an exclusive delivery offer. Plus, earn 3% back with 12-month special financing on a qualifying in-store purchase with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card for a limited time at Ashley.
Do you know where your money's going? Ultra's online and mobile banking gives you instant access to your accounts and makes managing your finances easy. Halfway around the world or at your local neighborhood shop. No need to visit a branch to deposit checks, transfer money, or open new accounts. All of those and more are available right at your fingertips. Check your spending, make loan payments, and send money to your friends and family. Convenient banking that gives you control of your finances. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
My doctor says I need an MRI. But where do I go? They're so expensive.
Sensible MRI costs a few hundred, not thousands. You could fill your fridge for a year with what you save. We can get you in the next day. Think of what you could do with the time you'd save. What do you have to lose? At Sensible MRI, you choose the time, you save the money. And you rest easy having your doctor refer you to Sensible MRI.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time triple pet pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Giant, classic, and mini cup pepperoni? Now that is an expression.
Order the triple pep today. Ready to switch? Break up with wipes. Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. Micelles cleanse like a magnet without harsh rubbing. Tested to remove waterproof mascara better than the leading wipes. 9 out of 10 wipe users would recommend Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water by Garnier Naturally.
Ashley's biggest event of the year is happening March 8th through the 10th. Shop Doorbusters starting at $2.99 and an exclusive delivery offer. Plus, earn 3% back with 12-month special financing on a qualifying in-store purchase with your Ashley Advantage Synchrony credit card for a limited time at Ashley.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Playoff hoops continuing tonight for our Minnesota boys basketball teams. 4 of our area squads in action over in Rochester for the section quarterfinals, including Caledonia, who's trying to get back to the state tournament after missing the dance in 2023. Let's go to Rochester. Warriors going up against a familiar foe in the Cotter Ramblers. Cotter setting the tone early on. Ian Schmidt backing down the D, gets the layup to fall. Cotter out in front. Warriors not going anywhere. Garrett Coons drives, spins off the glass and in, plus the foul. Caledonia takes the lead. Then it's Ethan Stendel going to work. Spin move of his own. That's good for 2. Warriors pulling away. Ramblers fighting back, though. Luke Gardner drives, step back jumper. He knocks it down. Cotter right back in it. But Caledonia would heat up. Lewis Doyle, nice pass out to Mason King. That's good for 3. Then it's King driving to the hoop. Somehow gets this shot to fall. Wanted the foul. Doesn't matter, though. Caledonia would hold on for the win, 63-59. Spring Grove trying to get back to a state for 2nd straight year. They were up against Fillmore Central tonight. Lions trail by 2 at the half, but they come out of the break on fire. Jackson Strinman feeds it inside. A Jacob Olaru turnaround floater finds the bottom of the net. Lions lead it. Later, Spring Grove swinging it around until they find Ben Oostun beyond the arc, knocks down the 3. Lions lead it by 10, but Fillmore would get hot from deep. Luke Hellickson drains the 3. Fillmore Central would trail by just 1, and with under 15 to go, Hellickson feeds it down low to Kyle Daniels. He gets the shot to fall with just 3 seconds left as Fillmore Central upsets Spring Grove 56-55. Rushford Peterson also in action as they took on Goodhue tonight. Rush Pete setting the tone early. Press defense forces the trap. Jump ball, Trojans take over. And on the offensive end, Dawson Bunky, nice pass inside to Samson Wilkmeyer, backs down the D, lays it in, Trojans in front. Then how about the freshman Caden Leah, open at the top of the key, buries the triple. Trojans add to the lead, but Goodhue would take control in the second half as the Trojans season comes to an end, 75-64. Well, the sectional round of the postseason tips off tomorrow night for 5 of our Wisconsin boys basketball teams. And when it comes to the Red Hawks, the boys in Galesville are as red hot as you can be after taking down their biggest rivals this past weekend. GET getting a home game against rival Arcadia over the weekend in the regional final. Crowd was electric. Home team feeding off every bit of it. The Red Hawks rallying for a 9-0 run late in the second half. GET moves 1 step closer to its ultimate goal. And now the road for the Red Hawks only gets tougher from here with another familiar foe waiting in the wings on Thursday night. But the team says Saturday's victory put this group in a great spot to keep their playoff push going through sectionals.
That gave us a lot of confidence, and on Saturday night we felt pretty good. And but with that being said, we talked about at midnight, we have the rule of midnight. We're focused on Elk Mound by midnight. We are quite familiar with them. They're familiar with us. So, we know what they do. They know what we do. And so it should be a good battle.
It's always nice to have some film earlier in the season. And we can critique some of our mistakes and hopefully execute a little better when it really matters here. Last time they came, kind of shocked us. We scouted them well, and we were scouting them well again here. We're just hoping to get the ball in the middle a little bit more, kick to our shooters, trust our guys, and knock down some shots.
We know what we have to do. We have to stay locked in to win these games. No games are easy in playoffs, so we're just really focused, locked in, having fun.
Now this will be the 4th time the Red Hawks play Elk Mound in the past 2 seasons. GET took down the Mounders in last year's playoffs. We'll see if they can do it again tomorrow night in Arcadia. I'll be there for all the action. Nice. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. GET, get it.
There you go. I might bring a sign that says it.
Yeah.
And they're only about 25 minutes?
25 minutes away.
It's kind of a home
not
game
bad.
if you think about it.
Yeah. And they're saying all the right things. They sound locked in.
They're locked in. And it helps, too. They've seen this team not only in the regular season, they beat them last year in the playoffs, so it is a familiar foe, so that could help.
You've got a good idea of what they bring to the table, for sure.
Do.
All right, Rob. Thanks very much.
Thursday.
Okay, more news after this.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
Sit on this, sit on that, sit on this, hey, sit on that, sit on this, sit on that.
King Furniture has thousands of items in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You can see it, buy it, and enjoy your new furniture in your home today.
Sit on this, sit on that. The Hy-Vee cereal sale this Friday through Sunday. Select cereal is just $1.99. Get big deals on all your favorite cereal, like Select General Mills cereal, just $1.99. And Select Post cereal, just $1.99. Plus other great deals. Don't miss the cereal sale. 3 days only, this Friday through Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Your eyewear should be as individual as you. With Shopko Optical's extensive selection of frames and lenses, our optometrist will learn about you and help you customize the right choice for your lifestyle. Visit Shopko Optical and find your new signature style today.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A public library in Massachusetts is accepting cat photos instead of fees for lost or damaged books this month. And we're not kidding you.
Oh, gosh, we're clever here. It's part of Worcester Public Library's March Meowness. I was using the Bostonian pronunciation.
I was about to say that's
Worcester.
Worcester, right?
Worcester, yeah.
Worcester, okay.
I could be wrong, I suppose. Sorry if you're a Boston native or what. But a photo or even a drawing of any cat will erase fines. And in the first 5 days of the month, 400 accounts were cleared.
The idea started when a library task force noticed a lot of younger patrons had fees dating back to the start of the pandemic, and they didn't want to lose those people to stop using the library because of the fines.
And I think it's worked with 400 accounts cleared already.
A lot of people have cat photos of their own. People adopting cats are a thing.
Yeah, it's not quite universal. Some are dogs. Dog fans, but yeah.
I think it's a wonderful way to appease all the fees. Good for them. Okay, we'll be right back after this.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Make next winter fun for your family at Mount Lacrosse. Season passes are on sale. Buy now for next year and ski the rest of this season for free. Stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Sale ends March 10th.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Do you feel lucky? This month, the Luck of the Irish is here at Wesco and Sparta. Reach in our pot of gold to reveal your discount. Will it be 5 or 10%? Maybe 15 or 20%? If you're really lucky, it might be 30% off in select departments. This month only, reach in our pot of gold to reveal your discount. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
If your tub or shower is less than you'd like it to be, then you owe it to yourself to visit the board store during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show. If you'd like a shower, rain shower, personal shower, shelves, safety grab bars. You can get a complete unit as low as $79.80. Call or visit the board store during the Early Bird Home Show for safety, convenience, and beauty in your new bathroom. Call or visit today.
Make next winter fun for your family at Mount Lacrosse. Season passes are on sale. Buy now for next year and ski the rest of this season for free. Stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Sale ends March 10th.
We're out of time. Good night.